First of all, a massive congratulations for you.
Yes, of course.
Yes, we have to.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
It is. How do you feel right now? Maybe this is not my first question because it's spectacular, right?
It is. No, wait. This is not his first award.
Yes.
He was the first Indonesian director who made it, who grabbed the award at Cannes Film Festival.
Yes, but with 12 nominations and 12 awards in Indonesian Film Festival, it's also a spectacular moment for that. So, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I feel that this award is give me so much energy. So the film is not just ended tonight, last night, but I think it gives us so much energy to share this film, to spread it around the world, because the most important part is, of course, the message and the statement of the film. So if the award could amplify the spreading of the message, so I think it is very important for this film.
Well, Wregas, I know that you have directed some short films before, like Prenjak, and can you share with us your milestone from the moment you became a director and won that award, that you actually beat other fellow directors?
I made several short films since 2010, since I studied in a film school, and I think short film is also like a exercise for me, and joining the film festival also an event that opened my eyes to so many film reference around the world from many vision from the filmmakers. So the process that I've been through all of these 10 years maybe shaped my style of directing and script writing right now, and maybe it of course it will change in the future, but what I feel right now is I want to enjoy every process and every step that I do during filmmaking.
All right, Wregas, before winning the 12th award at the Indonesian Film Festival, Photocopier was screened at the Busan Film Festival. Now, can you tell us more about that, please?
Yes, we have world premiere in October 2021, and Photocopier was selected in the main competition of Busan International Film Festival. So I went there with my main actress Shenina, and we did 14 days of quarantine because Indonesia is still shortlisted as the country that has to do quarantine in Korea, and we did that. And after that, we screened our film for the first time to the international audience in there, and there are so many appreciation, there are so many questions, inputs, and they felt the same energy with this film to fight together against the sexual violence, and they fight the same issue there. So I'm really grateful that I can screen my film not only in Indonesia but also to other countries.
Right, interesting. Since you have mentioned about the keyword of sexual violence, actually, we would like to know what drove you to create a story about a sexual harassment survivor. What are you trying to convey to us, to the audience, to the internal audience, maybe in general?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think because it was based on so many phenomena, so many events that sexual violence survivor do not have a space or a place to speak up, because there are so many obstacles, there are so many unsupportive systems that made the survivor decided to be to silent. So I think if film is the most effective medium to communicate, so I think we have to make something to contribute to humanity, and I think right now the most important issue that we face is sexual violence. So I decided for my first feature film have to contribute something to fight against it.
I like the sound of it, Wregas. And also, one of the main issues of the film industry during the COVID-19 pandemic is actually producing it during the pandemic. And do you have any biggest obstacle, any big obstacles in the production process?
Yeah, we did the shooting in January, and there's a lot of protocol that we have to follow, like the limitation of the crews, the limitation of the space. We cannot do a shooting in a public area, and the working hours is of course reduced, and we have to do the test every 3 days. So I have to compromise some aesthetic or some creative part of the film, but I think because my team can collaborate nicely and communicate nicely, I can find a best solution for writing my shot list, my scene, and my dialogue effectively, so we can. In the same time, we can follow the protocol and, of course, deliver the best image and the best scene for our film.
Okay. Wregas, some of your films often heavily feature elements of the Javanese culture. Was this the case for Photocopier as well?
No, so actually this is my first time to use Indonesian language in my film, because in my previous short films, I always use Japanese because I grew up in Yogyakarta, and I often made a film in Yogyakarta, and the reality is every people there speak Japanese mostly daily, so I use Japanese language. But because the setting of the main set of this first feature film is in Jakarta, I chose Jakarta because Jakarta is the melting pot of every culture and every people around Indonesia. So I think it could speak more universal for Indonesia about this issue. And then I use Indonesian language as the main language, of course, but the culture is mixed between Betawi culture, Java, Sunda, Papua, mixed from every student's background in the university of the film.
Right, so this is my time of my curiosity, because Hans has mentioned about this is not the first award for Wregas, actually, and yeah, Citra Trophy is not your first award. In fact, you were awarded at Cannes Film Festival several years ago. So we would like to know, how did you feel about that? And was that the moment that you get more energy to do this film, for example, for the Photocopier?
Yeah, of course, every award that I get is, of course, I take it not as that I win over another film, because I always think that film is not something to be compared, because finally film is more about preference to every single person that watched that film. So. But I take the award as, of course, like I said before, like for the energy, and of course to open the new opportunity for me to make another film. If I get the award, of course, it will gain the trust from other company, from other person to working together with me, and yeah, I nurture it very, very careful. And for me, the most important part is I want to make film until I'm old, and to sustain that film is, of course, we need to work hard, and not just to feel satisfied from one award, but continue working, writing, directing, working, writing, directing again.
All right, so Wregas, I know as a movie maker, as a filmmaker, you might have familiar with the issues that have been raised in the social media by your fellow movie makers. It's actually about the working hours, because lots of people like DOPs and also cameramen and copywriters and something like that, they're actually discussing and also complaining about the working hours in the movie industry. What can you say about that from your point of view?
Yeah, I think it's the issue that we face together in film industry, especially in Indonesia. And I think to fix that and to make the working hour standard, we have to working together and thinking about it together. Because if we standardize the working hour means our production budget, of course, will
Be
become
exploded,
bigger.
yes.
Yeah, exploded. And of course, it is because it is something important to fight. So we also need the trust from the audience because if the Indonesian audience give the trust and they go to the cinema and the audience is become bigger, we also get more more money and
Yeah.
we can emphasize the production budget.
Yeah.
And when we emphasize the production budget, of course the working hours can be also standardized. And I think it's important that we together start to thinking about this because the safety and the health of the crew is
That is right.
and the cast is the most important part. Yeah.
Okay, Wregas, here is a simple and straightforward question. Out of curiosity, when will the film be released?
Oh yes, I'm waiting for that.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, okay. So it will release on 13 January 2022 in Netflix original.
Okay.
Still a
I'll watch from
long
home. I'll
way
watch from
to go.
home.
Like 2 months, man.
Yeah. But I think because it is screened internationally, so every country can see this film. So I think it's the best choice for the film because the most important part is, of course, the message and the issue of sexual violence is not only happening in Indonesia, but of course in the world, in other countries. So we want to spread this message to other countries as well. So yeah, please wait for 13 January.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So Wregas, thank you very much. Thank you, Wregas, for all the best for you and for Penyalin Cahaya that will be released soon. And stay productive and stay healthy, of course. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Congratulations
Thank you
once
for-
again.
Congratulations once again.
Thank you very much.